Section 1. The Green-Eyed Monster's Misadventures. A hilarious introduction. Picture this, a romantic candlelit dinner. Soft music, delicious food, and me, Googling how to tell if someone is flirting based on their choice of pasta. Yep, that's the green-eyed monster rearing its hilarious head. Jealousy, that wonderfully irrational beast that turns us into amateur detectives. It's the emotional equivalent of wearing mismatched socks, uncomfortable and relatable. One time, I was convinced my partner's new co-worker was the one. Why? Her LinkedIn profile picture featured a mountain view. Clearly, she was adventurous, unlike me, who considers a trip to the mailbox a hike. My imagination ran wild, picturing them scaling Mount Everest together. The reality, she was allergic to pollen and terrified of heights. The mountain photo, a stock image. Jealousy often stems from our own insecurities, whispering doubts in our ears. It thrives on assumptions and the absence of clear communication. But here's the good news. We can learn to tame the green-eyed monster with humor and self-awareness. So, let's embark on this journey together, shall we? Let's explore the comical, cringeworthy, and human experience of jealousy in relationships. Because let's face it, we're all a little bit ridiculous sometimes, and that's perfectly okay. Section 2. Jealousy Unmasked. When my partner's plant got more attention than me. Remember the time you felt a twinge of jealousy over a houseplant? No, just me then. It sounds absurd, but there I was, feeling completely neglected because my partner, a notorious plant enthusiast, wouldn't stop fawning over his newly acquired fiddle leaf fig. Every misting felt like a betrayal, every new leaf a personal affront. Who needs compliments when you have photosynthesis? I'd mutter under my breath, dramatically sighing as I pretended to dust the bookshelf, read eavesdrop on their one-sided conversation. The plant, blissfully unaware of the emotional turmoil it was causing, continued to thrive, while I contemplated investing in a grow light just to even the score. It sounds silly, and it was, but it also held a grain of truth. Beneath the surface of my plant envy lay a deeper insecurity, a fear of not being nurtured, appreciated, or prioritized. And while a heart-to-heart with a ficus wasn't exactly fruitful, pun intended, it did spark a conversation with my partner. Talking about it openly, with a mix of vulnerability and humor, helped us understand each other's needs better. He realized that even small gestures of affection meant the world to me, and I learned to appreciate his unique way of showing love, even if it sometimes involved a spray bottle and a botanical monologue. Section 3. Decoding the jealousy triggers from exes to social media. Jealousy, much like that catchy song you hate to love, has a way of worming its way into our lives through the most unexpected channels. It's the ultimate party crasher, showing up uninvited at the most inconvenient times. But have you ever stopped to ponder the lyrics, or, in this case, the triggers? We all have them, those seemingly insignificant things that send our green-eyed monster into a frenzy. For some, it's the mention of an ex. For others, it's the dreaded Instagram like from someone with perfectly sculpted eyebrows and an equally perfect life. Or at least, the perfectly curated version they choose to share. And then there are those of us who experience a surge of possessiveness over shared belongings. He used my favorite coffee mug. Clearly, this is a sign our relationship is doomed. But here's the thing about triggers. They're often rooted in past experiences, insecurities, or societal expectations. Perhaps a past relationship ended badly because of infidelity, making you hyper-aware of potential threats. Or maybe you were raised with the belief that love is a finite resource, leading you to feel insecure when your partner shows affection to others. Identifying these triggers is like finding the hidden track list of your emotional playlist. Once you know what sets you off, you can start to understand the why behind the green-eyed monster's tantrums. And that, my friend, is a powerful step towards taming the beast. Section 4. Laughter, the best jealousy antidote, turning insecurity into inside jokes. Remember that time I thought a mountain climbing LinkedIn profile picture was a threat to our relationship? Well, it became a running joke between us. We even bought matching miniature mountaineering gear for our dog, who, ironically, is terrified of stairs. Laughter, as they say, is the best medicine, especially when it comes to diffusing tense situations with a healthy dose of humor. Think about it. When you can find the funny side of your own jealousy, you're essentially disarming its power. Instead of letting it control you, you're choosing to see the absurdity of the situation and laugh it off. Turning insecurities into inside jokes creates a sense of complicity and strengthens your bond as a couple. It's like saying, "Hey, I know this is silly, but it's me, and you love me anyway, right?" And let's be honest, who doesn't love a partner who can laugh at themselves? So the next time you feel that familiar pang of jealousy, before you spiral into a vortex of suspicion, try finding the humor in it. Share your ridiculous thought process with your partner, create a funny meme together, or come up with a silly code word to signal when the green-eyed monster is lurking. You might be surprised at how a little laughter can lighten the mood and strengthen your connection.